Hello. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but there's been a couple of things that has occurred in the recent few days in light of the pandemic that is the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Um, and while I'm not going to comment on the virus itself, I'm going to comment on the effect or maybe the lack thereof to certain demographics within uh, U.S. society. I'm not going to address world or other countries as I don't. I live in the U.S., so I don't have really any knowledge or expertise. But I'm going to address things that are going on in the U.S. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to warn you. There is some language that some might find offensive. Um, I thought about maybe trying to edit this video and to bleep it out, but I think that in this case I'm going to leave it in, just because I think it goes to show you. Um, I think it just goes more towards showing where we're at and maybe the mindset a little bit better. And so I wanted to because possibly if you're watching this video, you may not necessarily exist in the world that I'm fixing to show you or introduce you to, which is in some of the areas of social media. Okay, some of you may be boomers like me, and that may not be something that you dive into too much. But anyway, so anyway, I'm gonna bring up the video here, and there's a couple. There's about 4 videos we're gonna watch. Now this first one, I'm fairly certain that you probably have seen this one because this made national news, and so anyway. But as you can see
What are
here,
we looking at? This is
you've got
a lot of people. So if you think that
hang
the
on here.
beaches are being
Let
impacted
me bring
here
this down here. A
by,
little bit on this audio here. So, um, as you can see here, let me mute that there. Okay. So what you can see here is you've got this is beaches down in Florida. Okay. And anyway, these beaches, I understand people save money and they work hard, and these young people are in college and what have you, and and spring break is something that they look forward to. I appreciate that. I understand that. I understand the need and the desire to get out and to go and do things, and to be around other young people and do what young people do. I was young once. I mean, the world has spun a few times. The sun has set and rose a few times on me, but it's not been so far back that I don't remember wanting to do these things. So, but when you've got a situation where a pandemic has been declared, and you've got doctors, medical professionals that are telling you, hey, we need to use some judgment here, and we need to limit our interaction with people, and we need to try to practice what they're labeling as social distancing. Well, what they're saying, folks, is to quarantine yourself away. Try to minimize your interaction with other people so that you minimize your exposure to this virus. Okay, because guess what? It's not about you per se getting sick, because a lot of the young people could carry it, never get sick, not even know it. Okay, but they could carry it home to their parents, or they could carry it home to their grandparents, or their aunts and their uncles, or they could maybe infect somebody in their travels that has a weakened immune system. They don't necessarily have to be old. They could just have a weakened immune system, such as a young child that is plagued with asthma. Okay, things like that, and it could be a terminal sentence for them. That if they catch this, it could be, that's it for them. So I think it's, we just have got to be a little bit more aware of this and a little bit more, thoughtful, and a little bit, be maybe a little bit less, dare I say, selfish. Okay, so in this next one, this is a video that has come out that I'm turn the level down a little bit on this because it's kind of loud. But anyway, this is they're interviewing some young people that are in Florida that are on spring break, and so where we've seen the video of them on the beaches and stuff, this is a little bit more of a anyway, I'll just let's just roll the video here and let's listen to this, okay?
Corona, I get Corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. We've been waiting for Miami spring break for a while. About 2 months we've had this trip planned. 2-3 months. So we're just out here having a good time. Whatever happens, happens.
Like, it's really messing up with my spring break. What is there to do here other than go to the bars or the beach, and they're closing all of it? It's really messing up. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. I think it's doing way too much.
Doing us bad. We need a refund. This virus ain't that serious. It's serious. It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty, and we need to address that.
Yeah, I mean, we planned this a long time ago, and it was kind of up in the air if we still go, but like we're here. I just turned 21 this year, so I'm here to party, so it's kind of disappointing, but we're just making the most of it. We met these other people in our little Airbnb spot, so we're just hanging out with them and trying to get drunk before everything closes.
I mean, it sucks, but we're gonna make the best of it. We're enjoying ourselves. It sucks, and I'm from New Orleans, so this really sucks. However, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We having day parties all day. It's my birthday, St. Patrick's Day. Turn up.
We're just trying to roll with we're just living for the moment. We're just gonna do what happens when it happens. When stuff closes, we're gonna do it when it closes. But besides that, we're just trying to have the best trip we can.
Okay, so we're just trying to have the best trip that we can, and the one gentleman brought up that there are a lot worse things out there that like they talked about poverty and hunger and things like that, and he's right. There are a lot of things out there that we as a planet, as a country, face day in and day out, and he's spot on about that. But guess what? When you have a situation like this, where the country is facing a pandemic, event, and that country's resources are stretched to cover the needs of people, because right now we've got people that are losing their jobs, especially in the service industry. We've got waiters and waitresses and wait staff, or however they like to be defined, that are not able to work because they're closing down restaurants, okay, and they're going strictly to carry out or drive through type of service, and so these people have lost their income, so they have no way to earn a living to where they can pay their bills, and so they've got that stress on top of them, okay, and so you've got that, but we still have these underlying issues as well. We've got homelessness, we've got hunger, okay, we've got all those things still in existence, but we've added this now on top of all that, and so it's just making it that much worse. And I think that you being upset because some of the stuff that you kind of wanted to do on your vacation has been canceled, so now you think you're owed a refund. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Now, this next video, before I show this, I'm going to warn you, this one's not too bad, other than you're going to see something that's pretty gross. And, well, let's just watch the video, okay?
It's Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now. It's Corona.
Okay, that's right, folks. That's right. You saw what I saw. She licked a toilet seat. Now, this young lady was traveling down, I think it was to Florida, for spring break. So she decided to make a little TikTok video that is a little application you have on your smartphone. She went to the airplane's lavatory or restroom here and decided to lick the toilet seat. Now, here's the thing. Is it possible that she had some sort of disinfectant wipes or something that she cleaned the toilet seat off with beforehand? Probably so. Hopefully she did. Hopefully she is not so nasty or disgusting that she licked it without wiping the seat down first. But hey, who knows, right? So anyway, and so in this next video, she has recorded a video, and I'm pretty sure that if you look right here, I don't know if you see my mouse or whatever, but just to the left of where her head is, there's a little sign on the of the door there. So I'm pretty sure that she's probably in the hotel room there. But anyway, so I want to warn you, okay? I'm going to warn you right now that this has vulgar language in it. It has some very graphic talk. So if you've got young little ears around you, or if talk about explicit sexual acts bother you, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You probably want to click off the video now, okay? I'm just warning you. Do not just click off. You've seen all you needed to see, and you probably don't need to hear any more of my rant here, okay? But anyway, let's get into the video, and so anyway.
I am 21 and from New Jersey. I'm not from Miami. I'm here on spring break, getting drunk, partying, and banging NFL players. Yes, yesterday I fucked a married NFL player I met on the beach, and he gave $0. I licked a toilet seat because I licked his cock that good.
I've changed my mind. I'm not playing no more. I think you get the gist of what she was fixing to say. But I'm gonna paraphrase what she goes on to say. She basically says that she doesn't care about the coronavirus, and that this is not a young person's issue. This is a boomer issue, and that the boomers caused this issue, and that if it wipes out the boomers, then that's what we deserve. Okay? You know, boomers, by definition, are those men and women who were born at the close of World War II, when all the young men and women came back from fighting in the European front, or in the over in the Mediterranean, or not Mediterranean, but the Asian Pacific. They came home and they returned as best they could, and they started raising families and getting married, and so we had a kind of a population explosion because, boom, there were babies everywhere, right? Hence baby boomers. Now, that generation of people, and those people that were born, the baby boomers, are some of the greatest Americans that we're still blessed to have with us. There's a lot of wisdom and knowledge there. And did they do everything right? No. Did my generation, did we do everything right? No, we didn't. And guess what, young lady? Your generation is going to make mistakes too. Because one of the things that I've learned in the 5 decades that I've been on this planet is that humans make mistakes. There's no one is perfect. No one is infallible. And so, I hope that one of these days, when you have lived a little bit longer and you've got a little bit more gray in your hair, a little bit more seasoning, and a little more wisdom, that you're going to look back and shake your head and say, what a fool I was. I can't believe that I I said these things, and I cannot believe that I did the things that I did. I hope you live long enough to realize that we, the generations that came before you, did the best that we could do with what we had to do it with. Your parents' generation, your grandparents' generation, your aunts and your uncles, okay? Because the people that you go on and talk about in this video are your parents, are your grandparents. And I would hope that deep down, honestly and truthfully, I would hope that you do not honestly hope that your parents and your grandparents and your uncles and your aunts would succumb to this COVID-19 virus. Because if you do actually have those views, then my heart goes out to you, hon. My heart goes out to you. Anyway, listen. Take care, everybody. Wash your hands with warm soapy water. Try to limit your interaction with people as much as you can right now. And I know a lot of you that's going to be difficult because you look forward to church on Sundays, and you look forward to seeing and having dinners and stuff with families and friends and stuff. And it's going to be difficult. Myself, I'm included in that. But in this day and age of technology, call them on the cell phone, text them. If you've got iPhones, do FaceTime with them. If you don't have FaceTime, there's a nice little app called Google Duo. Okay, get people, help them talk them through and getting it on their iPads or on their smartphones, and it's a way to be able to communicate and still see each other and talk. Use Skype. Okay, Google Hangouts. There's lots of things out there that you can use to be able to still see and talk to people. So anyway, stay safe, take care. If you're a praying person, say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for our leaderships at the national, federal level, at the state level, and even at your local level, because these people who we have elected to lead us are under some real trying times. And the stress loads, I can't even imagine what levels they're facing. And, there's just a lot of people out there that are hurting. And let's just try to be a little bit kinder to each other right now. And heck, who knows, maybe even we could do this going forward. We could just be a little bit kinder to people. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. You guys take care. And until next time, God bless.